I just started a new notebook that is specifically meant for me to go to whenever uh, I sense them trying to siphon my energy, change the way I feel, get me out of character, make me become them, make me become evil. Anytime I feel the presence of these demons around me, I now have a notebook to turn to where I can record exactly what it is that's going on, and hopefully, maybe we can get this stalking and harassment to stop. So, a lot of this stuff that I say is designed to make me present as mentally insane. I want you to keep this in mind when listening. Please realize that any reasonable person would have a bad reaction to repetitive stalking and harassment in this way. The reason it's done in this way is to make me look crazy. Um, and then one of the reasons why it's done so obviously is because most people are like, "Who would do that?" So one of the things that I do that I maintain now, because I know all of the things like they say they're trying to get it make me look like I'm a predator or a pedophile, and why am I taking pictures? They don't want me taking pictures because they are actually informants. They're not supposed to be doing this, really. It's illegal. And the reason they don't want me taking photos of them is because they actually can get in trouble. I'm disclosing a confidential informant. So, I will always take pictures around me so long as phones have cameras. Uh, I don't care unless the place has a policy that strictly and exclusively says no photos, videos are to be taken. I will be free to take videos wherever I go. Should you end up in one of my videos and I say that you are a suspected informant, that is all that it is. The activities that you have done around me lead me to believe that you are a member of this group of people that has been doing similar activities around me, and the purpose of me recording you is to document crimes. So, with that being said, let's just start with yesterday. Yesterday I went to the Grove. May 10th, this journal entry is titled Fun with Informants at the Grove, Los Angeles, California. What a way and a day to start a new journal about this crazy ass trip of a game that broke are playing. I put broke because when I'm at the Grove, I don't think of any of those people as like, you're at the Grove, man. It costs like $7 just to park your car. Well, so you don't just go to the Grove as a broke person to hang out. Um, Do you want to get into my headspace because you think I have money, but are confused about me looking broke? I make good money, but LA is expensive, especially when you like vac pens. My vac pens are $100 each, $97 after tax. Chrome Hearts, a pair of Chrome Hearts glasses, about $2,500, anywhere between 1,000. I think I have the cheapest pair to $2,500. Living beyond your means. That's all that it is. You guys are looking at me as if I have something special. I'll tell you why I have Chrome Hearts, okay? So anybody can understand. Maybe you want to do the same. There is a thing called the taxable income, right? And there are brackets. So lowering your taxable income means you have to pay less to the government. That can change a $200 refund into a $2,000 refund if you do it correctly. So, uh the reason I wear Chrome Hearts is because I have a flexible spending account. I have a HSA, high deductible savings account, whatever, medical plans. Both of them reduce my income so that I get into a lower tax bracket. With an FSA, you are required to spend that money at the end of the year. So, should I not have any accidents, should I not have any medical bills, I have $2,500 in an account that is going to disappear. Is taken out of my paycheck already, but if I don't use it, it will disappear. So if you're wondering, why does this fucking weirdo bitch wear Chrome Hearts? Is because I don't let them take my flexible spending account money, and the Chrome Hearts are tax free. Also, in the event that you're fired from a job or you leave a job before you make it the full year, you still get your full amount of your flexible spending account. So take advantage of every single thing, every opportunity that comes to you. Um, So while I might wear Chrome Hearts, I have bills that cannot be paid. I'm not able to afford, like, I have a car. I'm not able to afford to drive it because gas is expensive. I don't want to pay for parking. Gas is expensive. Again, gas is expensive. I spend $1,000 a month on a car for my car to sit there. Okay. Um, at least I don't have a drinking problem, because if I had a drinking problem, there'd be a lot more things in my life that I couldn't afford. Uh, Pens and Legos. Oh shit, I'm such a threat. That's all I do. I just like my habits and my hobbies include pens and Legos. I don't see how that makes me a threat to anybody or anything. So maybe this is for the people who are out there who got messages or information that says I've done this and I've done that. Everything that I've done that's illegal that is worthy of being judged happened before I was 18. After I was 21, pretty much almost every single sexual encounter was because I was hanging out with a certain person. Once I've cut these bad energies out of my life, I'm not the same person that you might be reading about. So please leave me the fuck alone. Anyways, 90K a year to pay my mom 25 or 30 of it, right? I am set to pay my mom $2,500 a month. Why are you following me around? That's half my entire paycheck after taxes. I cannot afford much more than my rent. I got $50 a week available to me after I pay all my bills. What do you think that you're going to get from me? If you have Section 8 and you're getting government assistance, we live the same fucking life, except for I have to pay for my shit out of my own pocket. You have assistance. $90,000 a year ain't shit. Uh, but people around me act like it's a lot. They should ask for a raise. I'm a dummy. The reason I say you should ask for a raise and I'm a dummy is because it's the truth. Literally everything that I do, I have to ask somebody how to do it. I try to do things myself. Usually it's the wrong way. So I don't understand why there's people out there, especially people with white skin, opportunity, privilege, network connections, family, all of that support, who cannot get a fucking job. Right? Why is it all black? Because you're funny. You cannot see until she smiles. You might not even be able to see that because the 4 of my front teeth, they're not there because I went to a dentist that was from a different town that than the one I live in. So they didn't have a problem. I don't know if that's where I got this amazing radio frequency where people are able to hear me so well, but I believe that this brainwave thing where all of these random people around Los Angeles can hear my thoughts without me saying anything has something to do with amalgam in my teeth, metal, possibly some kind of receiver that's implanted. I have 2 teeth that were cavities that were so bad that they're actually full implants. Um, so yeah, let's go back to why is it all black? You can't see me until she smiles because my teeth, whatever. No, there's not even teeth there. You're not going to see anything. It's going to stay all black, everything. So let's get back to this. Don't be mad. And again, I don't need to address the comments, but the comments usually come from people who are part of this network of stalkers that want to see me set off on some kind of angry rant. I'm not an angry person. I'm autistic. Autistic rage is different than normal anger. Autistic rage goes away in 5 minutes. Autistic rage is the result of not understanding and not being able to communicate with someone when it is very important. So anyways, like I said, don't be mad at me. I thought I could live off 75K or so, but my mom said no. My mom said you have to pay me. So you cannot take a job for 75K. You have to keep looking if that's all that they can pay you. So the only reason I'm making the amount of money that I'm making now is because my mom's a financial advisor and she knows I can't survive off $75,000 a year. I'm still a baby, you know. My brain is just I'm just barely getting there. But I know forex, right? A little bit. Um, no margin accounts though, because that's how you lose all your money. But I think if I were to take time and dedicate some more of myself into researching and learning more about Forex, that I have a very good lucrative career ahead of me should I come into some money and start trading. Century City has more informants than the Grove, or they are more aggressive. The ones at the Grove are more laid back or were told not to approach. Some still do and try to make me look at them, but it's nowhere near as creepy as it is near my house or at my old jobs. Thank God I get to work from home. They want my devices to associate me with my criminal neighbors, right? So me being home 24/7 all day means that the people that my devices think I'm hanging out with or around with the most are these Section 8 residents in my building, and some of them correct. I don't know, gang stalkers is an old term. These are people. They're normal people like you and me. Their job may be a job that requires them to pay extra attention to me, and I'm on here trying to let you know that that's unnecessary. So I don't have to explain things anymore. There's no more forced confessions. From here on out, it's just going to be notes from my journal where I have time to carefully think about who I'm talking about and what it is that I'm saying. Um, I can talk about things, after I write them out. It makes it much easier. So, anyways, they're more aggressive than the ones at the Grove. The ones at the Grove are more laid back or told not to approach me. And what I mean by this is while I'm sitting there, I can see people they're like doing stimming activities behind me, but they're not people who you would think of as stimming. They do like double takes. They try to make sure that I see them. It is all of this is designed to fuck with my mental, to control my thoughts and to take me away from whatever it is that I'm working on. They do not want me making forward progress with anything. They don't understand how I made it this far. It's very easy to ignore low vibrational energy is how I made it this far. So when I mentioned they're doing things to try to make me see them, these people have a app or a phone or something, and just that device alone, them acting off of whatever instructions they receive from that device, let me know that they're low vibrational, make it so I don't have to pay attention to them. Even if I see them, they do not enter my mind or my thoughts. They do not change anything. Um, They want my devices to associate me with my criminal neighbors, but I will double check to make sure that location services are off, so that my devices spend as little amount of time in this building as possible. They may be here, but while I am here, they will be off as much as possible. Um, I am associated with this building as I have been living here for 11 years. And just in the last two, they started bringing in Section 8 tenants. And of those tenants, I believe some of them may actually be real criminals who were forced to become Section 8 tenants because they have no ways of making an income without assistance. So I just took a break to look at my pen's nib. Oh, see, look, this is my thoughts. I don't even give a fuck about you guys, right? I just took a break to look at my pen's nib. It's beautiful. I'll describe it to you. I actually have these three pens that have they are electroplated nibs. Hi, old school Dave. My three pens have electroplated nibs. One of them is a $16 pen I got off of Amazon, and it might be my favorite pen. And then the other two are Twisby Vac pens, the rainbow Vac and then the blue Vac pen. And the nibs on them are so beautiful. It's electroplated nib that matches the pen. So I was just appreciating that while I was writing, sitting near the Barnes and Noble at the Grove. I'm getting ready to change inks. I'm just not sure to what color. I'm going to walk to a place to smoke in the sun and swatch ink. I didn't swatch too much ink. I just did a what's in my pen page. So I think I have like five pens listed and the inks that are in them. 5:10, 5:05 p.m. I skated to a nice spot on Fairfax to smoke and journal. 5:38 p.m. Someone said something about a stolen Subaru. I drive a Subaru. I'm not too worried if it gets stolen. It's a lease. It's got satellite tracking. Uh, I don't really care. I have insurance. I pay my bills. I'm not worried. If the car gets stolen, it's only 3 months until I have to turn it in. Please don't let it show up. Let me get the insurance check and pay it off so that I could just send it back and not worry about it. And then I made a note, sign up for Zipcar because it's stupid to have a car in Los Angeles. Uh, I was sitting, enjoying my time, looking at my pens. I think I rolled a joint. And then while I was sitting there, a lady walked by, told me that her daughter skates. Her daughter walked by. We had a little conversation. I asked her where she skates. I know where she skates. I've been there because it's not a lot of places in California to skate anymore. Probably because it turned you guys all into informants and you don't want to skate, which is so sad. Um, right. Yeah. I don't even have to say I'm worried about I'm like, I got a bucket, 2 buckets of like 30 something pens, and you guys are walking around thinking I'm a fucking threat to something. What am I gonna do, write on you? They're not even like acrylic pens. It's not gonna cause damage to anything. You can wash that shit off. Like it's not anything. But anyway, the girl walked by, had a conversation, and then I think she said she skates on stone wheels, quartz. See, the way she said it sounded like she had a little bit of accent. And so I'm gonna look it up. Stone roller, I think is what it is. Quartz wheels is different. I've skated fiberglass, and then I started having thoughts like Los Angeles Derby Dolls. I used to skate for Los Angeles Derby Dolls. They have no like idea what it will be like to skate like Battle of the Bank with rink skaters, right? I think in my mind that would be the coolest thing to see. I think if you could get like black rink skaters, specifically ones that skate at like Chino Hills on a Sunday with fiberglass wheels, if you could get them to start playing roller derby, that will be the most entertaining show Los Angeles has had in decades. Probably even better than the original roller derby. There's a skater I can imagine who rink skating, I don't know if you've ever skated in traffic. A lot of people don't know what skating in traffic is unless they've been to Chino on a Sunday. Um, so skating in traffic is a little bit different than just going to the skating rink. And if you don't know how to skate, I advise you don't step out on the skating floor. Like on a Sunday, it's not a day for you. You go stand in the middle, don't hug the wall. The wall is where they're moving fast. It's not a time for people to skate slow. So imagine rink skaters who skate on fiberglass wheels. If you know what fiberglass is no grip. You're sliding. It's literally sliding. Sliders, they call them. Um, Imagine people who have that much control over their body, their center of gravity, their everything, skating and roller derby. You're not gonna use fiberglass wheels and roller derby, so it's like a different animal, but you still have the same knowledge of your edges. Knowledge of your edges is gonna make for a hell of a show. Because in roller derby, we have to train up to learn our edges and how to use them to move laterally, all of that shit. It comes naturally to rink skaters. So, I think it would be the best show ever in the world if we could, uh, squash the color lines and start getting rink skaters to go try out bank track skating and see, but that's the difference. Rink skating is all love. We're not trying to smash each other into oblivion. So like, racial stuff does have to come out, and it is involved in it because that's where the show is like, I know going back to roller derby is people who didn't like what I had to say about their logos because that's their life. And those are the people who are going to want to skate as hard as they possibly can against me. And I welcome that because that's part of the fun of it. So, um, eventually one day when I get back around to it, I will. And I would like to have more minority skaters playing roller derby. I think it would only make the sport better. But let's get back. That was just a side quest. Girl told me she roller skates. And then I said, it seems as if the people are over curious about what the fuck it is that I'm doing. My stuff is out on display. I have 10 journals I'm writing in at the same. I got an ink swatch book. I got my moleskin journal. I got a campus journal. The paper's nice. Stalogy is my daily journal where I write down things as they happen by hour. I just got a roll bond journal. I love the paper on it. I made my own personal journal out of Kayuko paper, printer paper. It's just paper over here. It's just paper and ink. I got another daily moleskin. I got a handmade disc bound uh monthly weekly. Like, what kind of threat do you think I am? I'm sitting out here. I got two foam memo printers with me. I got a photo HP and a Canon color photo mini printer. I'm just journaling. Why are you guys bothering me? Anyway, uh, like they don't use fountain pens, right? People are over curious. They see me with the fountain pen. They're like, "What the fuck is this bitch doing?" I'm writing. Maybe about you. Are you stalking me? And the people who can hear all my thoughts, I don't know if I should be scared or feel safe. Like, are you my security guards? Am I just sitting here? Am I supposed to be scared? Like, I could hear I was sitting down. There was a man in a Range Rover sitting behind me with his door open, not doing anything, but he wasn't creepy. Like, I know he could hear the so that's the difference. I think I could tell when it's a pedophile for sure. Because hold on, let me find I'm trying to look for something real quick. The reason I say I think I could tell that it's a pedophile for sure is because some people's energy presents differently. Um, and I don't know how to describe it. So the whole time I was sitting down and journaling, there not the whole time, I can't say the whole time. I can't remember exactly at what point the man came out. There was a man sitting in his car behind me with his door open. Was it suspicious? Not really. I'm sitting on Fairfax Boulevard. The guy's like, not really parking lot. It's Sunday. Parking lot pimping what? You're not doing anything. But anyway, he's sitting there in his car, and I can tell that he has access to my brainwaves. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it to you. Um, I didn't write down the license plate number because he didn't give me a feeling like I should fear for my life. The people in my building give me more of a feeling that I should fear for my life than the people outside that I know have access to my brainwaves. It's different. Like the people in my building, somebody here really told them I did something bad and they're trying to kill me. And then the people outside are just trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, is what it feels like. So, and when I mentioned the people in my building, the harassment from the people in my building is coming from white people. It's not I'm not a racist person. I observe energies. I observe actions. And the energies and actions from the white people in my building are as if they are trying to kill me. Um and so then when I mention things like my bathroom's being flooded, they're trying to give me roaches, that's terrorism. That's domestic terrorism and I stand by it. I stand by it because how does a chicken finger end up in the bathtub? The plumber told me, those are my gente. Stop doing this shit because the people that have to come fix it are tired. They don't want to keep doing it. They're telling me now, motherfucker upstairs has roaches. Uh, and the tank for the kitchen sink and the bathroom is not connected. You should never have bathroom shit blocking up your kitchen sink flowing into your kitchen. You should never have kitchen sink flowing into your bathroom. So I don't know how intentional that chicken finger in my bathtub was, but should it be found that it's intentional, that's a hate crime. This guy is trying to make me into the aggressor by continually doing hate crime shit to me, right? Like they've done this before. This isn't some kind of handbook that they have. So, uh, well, I was saying I don't know if I should be scared or feel safe because I have every bit of knowledge that this man can hear my brainwaves, knows what I'm thinking, knows what I'm writing about, knows what I'm doing, is actively responding in like a weird kind of way, but not creepy. It's not creepy. All I can think is this guy's got a Range Rover. He must obviously have something better to do than fuck around with me. But I have knowledge that he's listening to this fucking feed. So, anyways, my thoughts were if it's stinky at my house when I get home, I'm gonna be mad that I didn't get the guy's plate because that is the same setup. People watch what I'm doing, and then as soon as I go any direction, they report which direction I head to the next person. So, like the other day, when I walked into the building and the whole entire hallway smelled like the meth apartment or whatever, it just smelled like nasty cat doo doo, drugs, chemicals, whatever. When I walked into the apartment building that smelled like that, it was because while I was sitting in my car, there's a random man just sitting there waiting for me to walk back towards my apartment. And this man is sending a message to the people inside of my apartment building saying, she's headed back now. She should be there in 5 minutes. So I take my time. I might not even go straight back to my I do the best that I can do to try to make it so whoever is reporting my whereabouts from the time that I leave my car until the time that I get home, their timing is bad. I try my best to fuck them up. Because if I don't, then I walk into something that would set anybody, any regular person off into a rage. This is a clean building. It was a clean building before these tenants moved in. When this building was operated by Concord, there were no maintenance problems. I did not have any issues with my tenancy while it was under the management of Concord. As soon as Drake took over, Bo Drake, Bo Drake, as soon as Drake took over, maintenance started going to shit. The walls, the whole my whole kitchen and bathroom probably should be rebuilt. I've lived here long enough. There's enough water damage. They need to rebuild that shit. It's creating what I think is right now it looks like mildew. I'm about to clean off a whole shelf where my Legos are. This is not even anywhere close to my kitchen or my bathroom. So that makes me think my entire apartment is filled with mold. I've asked them to send somebody to test for mold, no response. Drake, Drake, Drake. Um So the comment that I made, if it's stinky at my house when I get home, I'll be mad I didn't get this car's license plate number. But then again, they use fake plates, so it doesn't it that's exactly what they want me to do maybe. They want me to write down someone's license plate number, say that they are part of this and it's not even the right number. They're trying to get somebody else in trouble. Like that's this network. That's this little stalker network. They set people up for crimes. They set people up that they do not want to prosper or progress. They set them up for crimes. Los Angeles prison, Twin Towers probably got a whole bunch of people in there that are innocent, that are innocent. So now 5/11/26 at 3:09 a.m. in my apartment building. I am trying to update my mail forwarding address because 3 of my credit cards have not made it to me. For whatever reason, I don't know why. I did not even receive notice of them in my informed delivery. So the fact that I didn't get the informed delivery notice makes me think that I don't know if these companies are involved. Is this really some kind of federal investigation that they're holding up my access to money? I still have access to money. They didn't fuck it up that bad. Um, I do not have access to 3 cards that I'm supposed to use regularly to get money, and I can't get access because my mail's not getting delivered here for whatever reason, and I cannot do the forwarding address to make sure that it goes to my PO box, so I have to go in physically to the post office and do it. What happened this morning, I tried 2 different credit cards, and I kept getting a message from the website saying, "It doesn't work, it doesn't work. I know those cards work. I tried all the addresses, I tried the cards, so just gotta go do it in person." I don't know. They didn't get their voice file of me being an angry bitch yesterday. Yesterday, I had a great day. Regardless of how many times they tried to redirect my path, they tried to ruin me going to the car show. Maybe they're at the car show waiting for me. I didn't really have intentions of going to the car show. I'll tell you this now because I went to the car show on Saturday. And I don't know, maybe it's going to be different cars. There's car shows like every weekend. But if I tell you I'm going somewhere, you guys waste your time, waste your money trying to ruin that shit for me. So I'm going to tell you every weekend I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere today. I'm going somewhere tomorrow. Wait outside for me and see if I really make it outside. See if sending the cops to block off the street I park my car on is gonna change what the fuck I do. See if slowing me down makes your life better. All I could think of is I would never waste my time trying to slow somebody else down. Never. Well, if you are a criminal and shouldn't be following me, we're gonna go on a walk. That walk is satisfying to me. It doesn't slow me down. If you think it slows me down or slows you down, stop following me. If if I'm wasting tremendous amounts of your time and your life, stop following me. I'm not a criminal. You're not gonna make me one. You're not gonna make me have an outburst. You're not gonna make me have an overreaction. If you want to know, after taxes, I make about $5,200 a month. You're not gonna have me lose my shit. That money is too good for me to lose my shit. After taxes, I should be making about $5,200 a month. Okay? So I don't know. It's not that much for some, it's enough for me to survive. Leave me alone. But I'll tell you also, half of that money has to go to my mom, so I'm living off of $2,500 a month. So if you are on Section 8 or whatever your assistant programs and, like, that's why you think that's a lot of money, go get a fucking job. It is a lot of money, I worked for it, right? But from where I grew up, I make half as much, a third as much, a quarter as much as the people I went to school with. So like, going back to a reunion or whatever, I'm successful in a way, but not as successful as the people I went to school with. There's like doctors and shit, attorneys. There's people who like really got their shit. They're neurotypical and they can function. You know what the other part is? I took classes with them when I was in ninth grade. I had a plan to finish with AP classes and go on to be a forensic pathologist. And I don't know if it's the court systems that stopped me, but I was looking at my transcript and you can very clearly see in the 10th grade I was derailed from my academic process progress. I was derailed from my academic progress and I never made it to my AP classes. I never got to do the biology, the chemistry, any of the stuff that I needed to complete the course for becoming a medical examiner. What does Los Angeles need right now more than anything? Medical examiners. Why did they not want me to? Well, this is getting like hypothetical, I guess. Why did they not want me to become a medical examiner? Because I would solve crimes that they didn't want solved correctly. And if we want to like think about the bigger picture, that's exactly what I think it is. I had to look at my transcript recently and I'm like, damn, I fucked up. If I didn't fuck up in 10th grade, I would have been able to make a real contribution in the way that I wanted to back when I was in the ninth grade. So, uh, what happened was I made friends with people who wanted to drink and do drugs, and I did that. And I went out with them and I bought liquor and I drank and I smoked cigarettes and I did all that shit. Maybe because I didn't have a parent there to be like, "Don't hang out with those people. Those people are not gonna get you anywhere." No, my mom was like, "Whatever." So I don't blame my mom. I blame myself for not knowing how to choose better friends, and it's nothing against the people, but I think back to my school says that they're the number 1 school in California. My high school is the number 1 school in California, and 98% of their kids went on to postgraduate school. And I could tell you that of like 10 of my friends, 9 of us did not go on to postgraduate school. 9 of us got a fucking, you know, so I don't know how accurate those numbers are, their reporting is. Um, Maybe that's the reason they're trying to get rid of me because they don't want to include my percentage in the fucking 98%. That throws them off, right? So if they're dead, then it doesn't matter if they went to grad school or not because we want to say we're 98%. Like people, the shit people do so they can say that they're the best. Um the other funny thing is it's a gate school. It's a blue ribbon school. I think my opinion, my perspective is all blue ribbon schools are gate schools. Um, they have the same curriculum as the GATE program. So they're still when I went on the website to request my transcript, that school is still using the GATE program, still talking about you can request to have your kid put in the GATE program, which I think is a little bit different. Maybe that's for the kids and parents who were mad that I got in the GATE program and I was asked to be in there. And this they got kids they want in the GATE program, they gotta ask to put them in there, and the GATE program's like, "Your kid's not smart enough." I don't know. I don't know what it is. Um, so that let's see, I have a whole nother 2 pages I think of notes. I sure do. And then we're gonna sign off because I get to get my day started. So Monday, May 11th, my pen is so pretty. I'm writing with a Twisby Eco, I think this one. No, this is a Twisby Vac with what is that ink? Oh no. Just the Twisby Eco with the Mer the Merrier, I want to say. No, just kidding. This is a Platinum Preppy. Platinum Preppy with Endless Alchemy Candy C. It's no shimmer, just sheen. I feel sorry for them because their job is to instill fear or get a good voice file to send to the DOJ or the ATF or the CIA so they can keep this so they can keep me on their illegal watch list. Adulting is realizing you live amongst predators and not getting mad at their childish attempts to make you break character or siphon your positive energy. They set themselves up for a very musical day. Because how do I get over them trying to redirect my energy? I just turn on music. Music redirects my energy harder, better than any of them ever could. It's gonna be a musical day today. Yesterday, uh, yesterday the cops blocked off the street that I parked on because they thought I was going to drive somewhere. That's what my honest intent, or not my honest thoughts is. I walked out the house with a joint in my mouth. I was smoking my joint. Lo and behold, cops, sirens coming down the street, emergency, emergency. Oh my gosh, they're going to the street I parked my car on. Oh my gosh, my car is right in between the traffic they said cannot go anywhere. Um, so as I walk up, I see people walking over there. I assume it's okay to walk, and then as I get closer, this one lady starts making it known, you can't walk over here. Nope, can't walk over here. Like she wanted a problem, and I just said okay, and I walked around. Like they wanted me to sit there and wait and be upset. No, why? Keep it moving. There's so many different ways to get to my car. I don't even need to drive it. You could block the street off for all fucking day. I just got to get my little face visor out of it so your little creepy informants can't get their picture, so they can't send it in, so they can't collect the $100, $200 for the 15 minutes they spent standing next to me gurping acting like a fool. I just needed to get my face mask, and it took me an extra 30 minutes because they wanted to do this little funny police whatever on the street my car was parked on, right? Like it did there is no suspect, nobody was in danger. They just had 10 cops drive with their sirens on to see if they could make me feel like I should be worried about getting in trouble for something. There's absolutely nothing I'm going to get in trouble for. I didn't do anything. If they set me up on something, I don't know about it. So why would I feel like I'm going to get it? You have not instilled any fear in me. I'm an honest person living an honest life. I don't do the criminal shit these people in this building are doing. Um, so you could turn the sirens on every time I wake up. You could turn the sirens on every time I walk out the house. You could turn the sirens on every time you see me. You could turn the sirens on every single minute of every single day, and your sirens are never going to make me feel like a criminal because I'm not. So nearly every time I exit my apartment, I am immediately surrounded by sirens, and that's just been this last month since they're not getting what they want from me. They may think that it's going to make me think of any illegal stuff I've done or that I'm doing, and I'm not. So that's why I go out there like, "Oh my gosh, somebody's getting in trouble. It's not me." Um, there's absolutely nothing illegal happening at my hands. I am not worried about cops or sirens. My slate is clean. I have paid all my debts, including the taco that they gave me for free. Not taco, burrito. I ordered a burrito. They gave me my burrito. I came home, I ate it. And then like a week later, 2 weeks later, it's almost a month now. I think it's 3 weeks later. Um, I'm checking my Cash App and I saw that the transaction got declined. So I went and I paid them. I paid them $20 and then I still paid for my next burrito. So I paid all my dues. That would be it. Maybe there's some worse shit I owe somebody out there somewhere. It's not right in front of me. Nobody's telling me I owe it to them. I'll pay it, you know? People telling me I owe them money are people whose debts fell off 8 years ago, right? It should have fallen off. But anyway, soon they will have to give up, right? Like statute of limitations, I know what that is. They have nothing on me and can't even falsely make me look like a criminal. The closest thing to making me look like a criminal is my credit card debt, and I can admit to that. The stuff in my apartment doesn't make me feel good. That makes me feel like a thief. If you were to consider that a crime, I did commit a crime after 18 then. Using credit cards was a crime. I didn't know using them without knowing how they should be used. Um, Now I have a little voice in my head that just tells me don't buy that shit. You don't need it. What else? My last crimes were at 18 or younger, and all my time has been served. Debts paid, except for credit cards, and you have nothing, and all of the human trafficking trying to force me into being a criminal by controlling my every which way I'm allowed to walk. That's got to stop. On 510, the car ramp at the downtown Culver City garage, I was forced to walk on that car ramp because there was 2 elevators. One has a sign on it that says it's not working, and then the other one, magically, at the time I needed to, get back to my car, they had decided to shut that elevator down as well. So, there's no working elevators. I don't think there was an escalator. The only way really to get to your car on any of the upper floors would be to walk on that ramp. Or the stairs, but I have a shopping cart, like my little cart. So, I don't know if this is done intentionally. The elevator is just shitty. If that's the case, Culver City, you look like you have money. Everybody out there got a nice little place, nice little car, nice little restaurant. Why is your parking structure such shit? It was 2 missing buttons. You couldn't even press the buttons. The buttons weren't there. The elevator stops on it. It just goes like, fix that. I'm not mad at anything. I'm mad that you got a cheap ass, broken ass elevator in your parking structure and you're supposed to be a nice little place. Like, you're not a nice little place. You're only as nice as that parking structure. That parking structure ain't shit. Uh, so if somebody did that in order to make me mad, they present as small penis losers. I'm unbothered by men. I have more testosterone than. The reason I think it's a man is because I don't know, like a woman realizes people have babies, strollers, wheelchairs. They're not gonna do that shit just to get back at one person. Another thing that was funny is I tried paying for my parking ticket. It was nobody at the line to pay for the ticket, right? So I went into Trader Joe's because I wanted to pay in cash. I didn't want to put my credit card in the machine. Um, I went into Trader Joe's, I bought a couple drinks, got cash back. When I went back out to the machine, it's like 30 people in the line now. I don't know if those were informants or not, but they were all dumb because if you go up to the second floor, it's not a single person standing at the ticket machine and you can still pay for your ticket there, which is what I did after I walked up the car ramp while the 30 people in line downstairs still waited for their shit to go because they couldn't figure out to go up to the next one. But anyways, that's my IQ on 130, not you guys. Today, on 5/11/26, as I was leaving my apartment to go to the Venice Auto Show, in parentheses, no real plans because I already went to Culver City show yesterday, but I just wanted to see who or how I was going to be trafficked. Let me tell you, I opened my door at 9 a.m. and there's people in my hallway in my building who think that they're doing something to me. I just want them to show their faces so I could write down in my book about who they were and what they did. Um, so sure enough, from 9 a.m. till 12, almost 1 p.m., I want to say, is idiots in my hallway. Every time I walk out, this one lady, she came out as soon as she thought I was about to walk out. Like, I'm tired of seeing her ass in the laundry room. You can't. How much fucking laundry does one person have? You just like pissing on your bed every night, or what is the deal? This lady walks down as soon as I'm about to walk out. She's like, "Hey!" And so I walk back in my apartment because I don't want to interact with any of you. We're not friends. I know you're informants. Um, I believe she is the mother of a lady who I had seen wearing an Allied Universal Security Guard uniform, but she might not live in the same unit because it seems like she came down from upstairs and the security guard supposedly lives in the same hallway as me. So I don't know what kind of operation they have going on. If this girl got her mom an apartment in the same building, if they're even related. But they favor each other as far as looks. Um, the lady who I have seen in the Allied uniform, her name's Candelaria Bogle, and she's also on my YouTube page, looking at a package I had in front of my door saying, "That's our girl." So, I'm your girl, Candelaria, but I don't know why I'm your girl or what for. Do you work for Allied still? Or was that a fake uniform? You're suspicious to me. And then the lady you got that you know that's associated with you that wants to stand in the hallway every time I'm trying to leave, that makes me think that you are human trafficking me. So, I know I've already asked you if you're an informant. When I see you in the hallway, I don't want to make conversation with you because I have a feeling you are up to something no good. So I'm going to stay away. Um all you did was identify yourselves as gang officers. Oh. They blocked off the street I was parked on just long enough to make me walk around, right? I had to walk 1 block around, and by the time I got back around, they were letting cars go through again and shit. So, it's okay. I like being skinny. Walking has never, ever, ever bothered me. I'm thankful I have legs to walk. I'm thankful I got up this morning. I'm thankful I have legs to walk. Um, the lady seemed as if she wanted to start shit with me. Like, she already told me I can't go that way, but then she wanted to proceed to like tell me more things that I can't do. And I had just started walking the other way already. Like, you go on ahead and tell these other people which way they can't go. I'm gonna go around. All you did was identify yourselves as gang officers who traffic innocent people. Let's see where they make me walk today. And did you guys catch your suspect from yesterday? Because it seemed like a whole scam setup. Uh, the only reason I may have thought about driving was like if I really wanted to go to the Venice auto show, but I don't really care to drive. I don't like having to park my car. I don't like paying for gas. I enjoy riding the bus. You guys wasted all this time and I got to write this shit about you. So fun.